The crusade continues, and some villages show very little resistance to no resistance at all. And the way the story is going, it kind of feels like Rin is distancing herself from the psyche. There's not a lot of mention of her hanging out with the psyche or her planning things with the psyche, which is a little unfortunate. And I understand if that's part of the story, but I wish the psych was more included in her life. And she also told them not to showcase their full abilities, which is really helpful. And it's a very good decision as her being commander. We have the battle with the Lamb Warlord, and she's acting very useful and protective of her psyche. Here, she is able to be very useful without her fire. The whole battle is really exciting and fast paced. It gets to the point, and we learn that the Lamb Warlord has aligned himself with the Federation. It's not by choice, but definitely made by force. And Rin 1 is able to help her psyche not be abandoned. And 2, she has the idea of to find the son. And she finds the wives and the daughters and the baby son. She feels no sympathy for women or children that are hiding. And she has this moment of anger where she blames them for allying with the Federation, and she blames the women and children as if they have any choice in the matter. Rin, I do think, is a very cruel person, or she's learning to become cruel. The Phoenix just doubles it. It's not the Phoenix that are giving her these cruel emotion or cruel intentions. I think this is purely just Rin and the way she's changing while being a soldier in war. She blames innocent people for the war, and she brings up Alton's death again, and it reminds me of the first few minutes of this book, where she again blames these innocent people for the unaliving of Alton and many of her soldier friends. And thankfully, she does tell herself to calm down. I really like the moments where she's able to control herself and control the impulses. If she did have the Phoenix, I think she would have possibly burned these people. She does get the baby, and she pushes down her maternal instincts, does what she needs to do in order to get the Lamb Warlord to surrender. After winning, Rin wants to punish everyone because they allied with the Federation. Jingza disagrees. She lunges for him. It's so annoying. It's so very annoying. She's talking to a high official. She's talking to her highest ranking officer or commander. And she has the audacity to lunge at him like a wild animal. The warlords have called her a dog. She doesn't want to be called a dog, but how can you not call her that when she acts like a wild animal? She becomes a barbarian, and I just want to tell her to chill. She doesn't care if the Federation force the Lamb Warlord to ally with the Federation. She only cares about her experiences with the Federation, and it's very annoying because she is such a short-term thinker. They leave her to cool down, and she gets drunk, and she's becoming this very disgusting character. Naja comes and tells her that she is now a foot soldier. I am just laughing with joy and evilness because she now is a foot soldier. And for her to just be taken back by the fact that she was demoted, it's ridiculous. I don't know how you can act so surprised at being demoted after lunging at the son, the first son of Viceroy, the emperor, or now president or diplomat. And she also knows that there is no longer the psyche. And she doesn't really care. I'm glad Naja is here to tone her down, like put her in her place in a way, because he has this very mature voice and character and tells her that she has no self-control. Just the differences in characters here is astonishing. From book one, where Naja was this arrogant a-hole and was lashing out like Rin would lash out, but now Naja has matured into a man, knowing his role and understanding where his place needs to be, versus Rin, who has not matured at all. She has been going down a spiral where she keeps acting like a child. The way she lunged at Jingza is proof of her not understanding and not controlling her immaturity. Rin thankfully does become a little embarrassed at this moment, which she should be. She gets upset that the Federation get to vote, and this is where she starts to lose it in general. She starts to hate her people and call them sheep. She starts to explain who should be ruling and thinks just because you pass the Synagard test, or if you attended Synagard or something like that, someone like that should be in charge. She also has all these other check marks that need to be checked before you are put in charge. It's so ridiculous. It's like this, her whole idea. She thinks very highly of herself, and it's disgusting because she herself is not a good person. She hardly has been leading her psyche. Who would in their right mind put her in a leader position of the whole country, or even just a whole platoon? And then she throws up. And Naja is very gentle with her. I just can't stop thinking about the switch up in characters with these two. It's just mind-blowing, the Naja we got in book one versus now. It's just amazing. R.F. Kuang does an amazing job with Naja's character here. And I have a theory about Rin's character, but that's until book three. Naja tells a story, and basically he's saying that the people who are not created precisely are uneducated and just need to be reformed or educated. I can tell where he's coming from, and it feels genuine, especially the audio. I love the way the audio portrays the voices, because Naja is so patient and has this very kind voice when he talks to Rin, and what he thinks, his idea of being educated and giving his people more of a chance to succeed. It can become pretty dangerous pretty quickly, because it reminds me of Death Note. And just because you have an idea, it doesn't mean that idea will fit everyone. Rin's thoughts is, once you're mud, you're always mud. I don't blame her for saying this, since she's been told her whole life, know your place. Even I have said, know your place, Rin. And I still agree with this statement. Rin wants to level up, but when she throws her tantrums, it's hard to vouch for her because of her immaturity. This moment in this book, I think, is also really important, because this is where we see difference of opinions between Naja's ideal world versus Rin's experience of the world. It's a great writing from R.F. Kuang, and I think she made it really easy to understand the different paths these two characters are going. And I just want to point out that there's nothing romantic going on here. These are just two people, two friends, two comrades talking about their ideas and what they think and their views of humanity. It's really important to remember that they are on different tracks, that they are no longer on the same, maybe they never were on the same track, and this just makes it really, really clear.